the cycle of violence starts off in that tension building stage, an increase in stress and tension in a relationship where someone feels like they're walking on eggshells. And then it moves into what they call the explosion stage, where the abuse occurs, physical, sexual, psychological, financial, emotional, all of these sorts of things, that coercive, threatening behavior there. It then moves into the honeymoon phase where the person using violence will say, oh, I love you. I won't do it again. I promise to get help and support. I'll go to the behavior change program. But in that is a whole bunch of other continuous abuse. So gaslighting, threats. If you leave, I'll find you. If you leave me, you won't see the kids. That kind of stuff happen. And then we kind of move through in that process and that stage from there. But I think for me, the narrowness of that particular cycle is a tricky one because it assumes that everybody moves in a cycle, which they don't. And it assumes that there's always a really great, nice period, which it's not always. And again, it places a responsibility of the person who's experiencing it. Many victim survivors stay in a relationship because it feels safer, right? It feels safer than the unknown. It feels safer than leaving. And when you've had physical violence or psychological abuse or coercive control, when you don't have access to money, when you don't have access to supports, when there's been coercive controlling behavior where you don't have your friends or family nearby, when you've not been able to work and have a sense of independence, how do you leave? When you've been constantly told it's your fault, that you're to blame and that the abuse is your fault, how do you then know the difference?